Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into another video with Craftsman Wealth Management. We're going to be hanging out with PJ again.
Yep.
And those of you that watched the first video of him talking a little bit about his athletic prowess,
Former athletic
you're
prowess.
back here for another video.
Yep.
This is going to be really cool. I think you're going to learn a lot about PJ in this, and we're going to talk a little bit about some obstacles that he has overcome in the last 10 years or so of his life, and really how that's shaped him. I think you'll learn a little bit about our relationship, our friendship, and how that's made us really cool business partners, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, the third video is going to be following this, a few weeks from now, and you're going to learn about why he's a wealth manager and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, thanks for tuning into the video.
Mm-hmm.
So PJ, without further ado,
Sure.
we left off last video talking about athletics and how that shaped a lot of your identity.
Right.
And why don't you talk a little bit, let's just start with where we spent a lot of time in college when we were at U of L. Not UK, you all know that.
Exactly. Yeah, U of L. Go Cards. So you and I both probably spent more time at Sonnergasse, the coffee shop here.
Located 3 locations.
Yes. Well, there was only one at the time, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Preston Highway.
Yeah.
The original. The OG.
Yeah. Back when there were still Mr. Daddies.
Yes.
Eastern Parkway and Preston Highway. Just
Highway.
right down the way there.
That's right. So we probably spent, I spent more time there than I did at my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some would say I had a little bit of an obsession.
Yeah. So we hung out a lot at Sonnergasse, and that was a great place to kind of do some homework. Maybe,
Sure.
A lot of what we did, though, was we developed our friendship there.
Yeah, we did.
I would say.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of time at track practice to do that.
No.
Mostly suffering.
Yeah, a lot of suffering. and we were in 2 different groups. You were crazy long distance, and I was, doing 2 laps, and that was about it.
Yeah, so kind of what did we kind of start talking about as we developed that friendship and all that? What as we started like dreaming a little bit about what we'd be doing as adults and all that kind of stuff. Just tell everybody a little bit about what we discussed.
Well, I guess starting our own business together, more specifically at that time, was we had dreams of opening a coffee shop and maybe a burger place. We did enjoy our food, so but yeah, we've dreamed about starting our own business together, ever since college. So
I was like 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
And we both had like an entrepreneurial bug.
Yeah.
And we thought, wow, we love this Sonnergasse place. What if it had burgers? That'd be fantastic.
That would be
because
great.
The only reason we left was to eat.
We would never leave. Yeah.
So at any rate, so we we talked a lot about what kind of business we would start, and we really thought it'd be a storefront, a coffee shop, or something cool.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was about people and creating a gathering place.
Yeah.
That really was a place in the community, because that was what it was for us.
Exactly.
Sonnergasse provided that for us as college students, athletes, and all that. It was a gathering place for our friends, and
it was.
A place where our friendship we got a chance to talk and get to know each other at a deep level. So
exactly. Yeah.
We put some plans together. I wouldn't say they were elite plans. I wouldn't say they were. Definitely didn't have a SWOT analysis and all that. But
no.
Yeah. So is that exactly what happened?
Not quite.
Oh,
no.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It became a little derailed. I guess I'll go right into it. My senior year, 5th year, senior year, if you're counting, but my 5th year, I was running track still, but I was doing terribly, and I didn't know what was wrong. I went home for Mother's Day.
Yep.
And was just really sick, and I thought I was just run down from the year of training, but that was not the case. I went my parents told me, all right, we got to take you in. So took me into the local hospital up in Northwest Indiana where I grew up. And that's where I found out that I actually had cancer. So that was quite the shock.
Oh yeah.
You never imagine at that age, that doesn't even cross your mind.
No.
And especially as healthy as I thought I was, I would have never thought in a million years that I would have something as serious as cancer.
Yeah, and I remember where I was when I found out, and we had talked that Friday after practice, and he was going home for Mother's Day, and we were going to play golf like Monday afternoon when you got back.
Right.
And just from Friday to, I found out Sunday afternoon, PJ was in an induced coma.
Yeah.
So, those of you out there that have gone through it, we love you, we support you,
exactly.
And we understand to whatever degree we can. PJ, both as a, recovering, cancer survivor.
Yeah.
And then just someone that's had experience with it, but at any rate, that was a big moment in your life, obviously, and we just talked about we had some plans, good, bad, or otherwise, we had some plans.
Exactly.
So those were derailed. I mean, flash forward a couple days, I'm in the hospital. PJ's in an induced coma, and we're all worried about him and all that kind of stuff. And you obviously had a lot of treatment.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of things you dealt with.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was in an induced coma for, I think it was 2.5 weeks, something like that. 3 weeks. There's a famous story of when I woke up.
You guys didn't ask us about that.
Yeah.
That's another
That's
video.
for another day. But it was a long, grueling process to get better. There was a lot of side effects. So went through chemo, lots of treatment, long, hard road. But the people at IUPUI,
awesome nurses,
amazing.
It's where Lance Armstrong was treated.
Yep.
Fantastic job they did.
Oh, they were incredible.
We did eat a lot of good food and coffee while we were here. Strangely enough.
Strangely, yes.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about, because I think the most interesting part of that is here we are, we're kind of ending college, and all of our friends, people we hung out with, doing responsible activities at U of L. All responsible activities.
All responsible.
And so that's a moment in your life where you all out there know, like when you're wrapping up college, you're like finally chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
You've gotten through it, and you're like, I'm going to start a job, and I'm going to do some things. And that was snatched from you.
Yeah.
And that wasn't snatched from everybody else. So talk a little bit about what it's like to have like that just dynamic divergence from you and everybody else you knew.
I think that was the hardest part was, this is a time when you're supposed to, really figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And, that was derailed for me. Yeah. When you're 23, you don't exactly, as much as you love your parents, you don't exactly envision moving back with your parents, right? To your childhood home. Now, I mean, they were incredible, obviously.
Your mom's a saint.
Yes.
She makes delicious food.
She does.
I hope you're listening, Margie. Always make me food, please.
So, but, it really put a hold on, kind of my future plans. And, everyone, as supportive as they were, obviously are going to move on with their lives. Yeah. Rightfully so. So, that's a tough mental battle that I had, kind of losing that identity that I had,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to go from amongst track athletes, the strongest of those track athletes, and then to have that kind of happen. And then, of course, you went into remission, and you moved to Lexington. You did not attend UK.
I did not.
Kristen, my wife, was at UK at the time, so he moved there, and we got that golf round.
We did.
You know, that Mother's Day after Monday golf round, we went to Whistling Straits.
We did.
For those golf fans out there, you know exactly what that is. It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
We have a great picture of PJ. He's in a greenside bunker at the beach in Kohler, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And the sheep are just
grazing.
It's open season out there. You can't hunt. Not open season.
No.
They're everywhere. And at any rate, there's one eating grass. PJ's in the bunker, and he's got to get his ball in the hole somehow. So there's a shot of PJ hitting a golf ball over the sheep.
Probably the best shot I've ever hit.
It was fantastic.
It was
actually.
amazing.
Yeah, sheep didn't care, but
sheep did not move.
We celebrated.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yes, this happens. That stinks.
Yeah.
But you beat it.
Yes. To get back to moving to Lexington, I was there for, I think, 2 whole weeks. So, and then I relapsed. So that was another time where it's like,
really,
again. So I went back to IU Med. This time, they decided the best course of action was to have a bone marrow transplant, which was really grueling.
The preparation.
Yes, the preparation was really, really hard.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, it's basically like completely resetting. If you're a tech person and you understand software, I mean, basically like imagine like deleting everything.
Yep.
And then introducing new bone marrow and like rebooting somebody. And we're talking about like PJ got new immunizations, like infant immunizations. Like that's how
I got all my baby shots again.
Baby shots. That's why he's got such great metabolism, by the way. PJ's technically 10 years old.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the secret. No.
We're not medical doctors, all right? Like, please don't quote us.
No. But yeah, it was a grueling process. They had to zero my immune system basically to zero before they can give me the bone marrow transplant, which was really anticlimactic. It was just like they brought a bag in and hooked it to the IV, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, after like this, it was actually hard to find a match for PJ.
Yeah, it was.
And then when we did, and it was like this big event that he got, basically they had to do chemo and radiation to get him ready for it. So it was this big lead up, months.
Yes.
And then it arrives from Europe and, does it. But that's what's cool, I mean, about development and medicine and all that.
Yeah.
So anyways, point is, about 6 years?
Yeah.
Longer?
Yeah, it was a while.
It was a while. PJ's kind of going through all this, right? The initial part, all that. And imagine like all the friends and everybody doing that. You had a few people that were, really engaged through the process and all that kind of stuff, and wonderful family and all that.
I couldn't have done it without the family and friends. I mean, the support system was amazing.
Yeah, and so, but then, cool part, right? You make it. You survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, what's kind of the feeling after that, though, right? Like, now you find yourself at what age? Yeah. What age are you, and how old are you? And then, like, when you've made it now, then what's your realization?
Yeah, I mean, there was a long time to where, I guess I was 26, 27, something like that, to when I can finally start going back to the workforce, coached my local high school track team for a little bit. That was really integral in getting me kind of just back out into the world, really. When I was finally able to move on my own, moved down to Indy for a little bit, Indianapolis. So yeah, it took me a couple years to actually, get in the rhythm of actually having a job, but really finding that purpose was
and the big part is like I said, you're in the trenches, you're battling, you're fighting for your life, and then you kind of then come out the other side of it, and then you're like, well, dang it, I'm
Yeah.
late 20s,
Yeah.
and I have no job experience.
Right.
And I'm in a position where,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to kind of rebuild,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is really hard. And I remember, we stayed friends through all this, and it was,
Exactly.
and that was the big, honestly, like the thing that you just don't think about.
No.
Because we're just like, we want PJ to be well and all that kind of stuff. And then, so anyways, full circle, in the first video, we had this great business plan for coffee shops and burgers.
Oh, great plan. Great plan.
So we have a bit of an edit, but, talk to me a little bit about, like, you're back to work and all that kind of stuff. You're getting you're getting engaged, you're building your resume, all that kind of stuff. But in your heart, you want to be a business owner.
Yeah.
So talk about how we still made sure it wasn't coffee shop and burgers, but kind of
Right.
what we were trying
Not
to
yet,
do.
at
Yeah.
least.
That's true.
To be determined.
So true. So true.
No, I mean, for a while there, it was just really about, just making it through and trying to get back into some semblance of normal life, you know. So the mindset was just really focused on that for the longest time. And Isaac was obviously integral in me really getting back into it. I mean, he's amazing friend. So yeah, I mean, there was a time to where it's like, okay, it's time to actually start living life again,
Yeah.
So all those dreams of working together really came back, and we stayed in contact, and he would pester me about, all right, I think you should probably, we've talked about these things about starting a business together and working together for the longest time. So, he was really, really good about encouraging me to get back into it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's those of you that have had like struggles and roadblocks, it may not be health like PJ dealt with or whatever. And,
Yeah,
but life is interesting what it does. And, so we wanted to make sure we were open about this, and PJ, we appreciate it. And, those of you that are, this maybe has piqued your interest about PJ and all that. And, he'd love to tell you more about the story. And, we both participate in a charity locally. Just give them a shout out, Friend for Life Cancer Charities. And, it's really shaped who we are. And, it's been really cool to work through it in our friendship and all that. So, and we're grateful that we have the opportunity in our country to still start a business. It may not be coffee and donuts. Did I say donuts?
You did say donuts.
I'm just hungry. Yeah. But at any rate, it's really cool though. It's probably a better business idea. This is a much better business idea, to be clear. And we're probably better suited for this. We're more the consumers of coffee and burgers than anything. Yeah. So, but anyway, PJ, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
You've been a good friend. And
you too.
We're going to have the third part of the series that's going to be about PJ and why he's a wealth manager in particular. Yeah. Because it wasn't by accident that we chose to do this. So appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, connect with PJ. Yeah. Connect with our business, Facebook.
Always welcome to talk.
Yeah, always welcome to talk. Yep. And we look forward to catching you all down the road.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Bye.